Hello, I'm Paula Gretzinger with a look at what's making news today in Saratoga, Warren, and Washington counties. On our lead story, hundreds of parents in Whitehall boo the school board decisions to fire football coach Justin Gullen.
Say aye. Aye. Opposed?
Last night, parents gathered at the high school auditorium in hopes of being able to save Culligan from being let go. A motion to reinstate varsity football coach Culligan failed in a 6-2 vote. Parents wanted answers.
I'm out tonight to support Coach Culligan.
I would watch them post how they thought of each other as family and watch them support each other.
The board voted on Monday to fire Culligan following a 2-hour closed-door meeting. The board hasn't given a reason for the termination, citing personnel issues. Yesterday's meeting was scheduled to give the community an opportunity to comment and ask questions, but only 6 parents were allowed to speak. At the start of the meeting, the superintendent urged people to keep the debate civil. It has been a turbulent week for the school's football program. On Saturday, the team was crowned Class D regular season champions after a game against Rensselaer was stopped in the third quarter because of a brawl that broke out in the game. And another heated debate, this one in Queensbury. Last night, residents came to voice their opinion at the town hall about a planned runway expansion at Warren County Airport. The county has qualified for $8 million in Federal Aviation Administration funds for the runway expansion. There are mixed feelings about the runway expansion.
In fact, it will add safety for the private pilots who are your neighbors and residents who fly out of this airport. When we take off, there's a period of time when if we lose an engine, and that's not something we usually worry about, but it does occasionally happen. There's a period of time when all you can do is land straight ahead, and this runway expansion will give us greater safety margins there.
There isn't a pilot in the world that will tell you, well, I don't want a longer runway. Of course they'll say they want it. Do we need it? No. And this is a problem. We're not having our interests represented the way I think properly, because our money is being spent and we basically have nothing to say. We're being put on the hook. This is not right. We are the ones. They work for us. We don't work for them. Let them be accountable, and we have to hold them to task. Otherwise, these things get really out of hand. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
This runway is among the issues shaping Tuesday's Republican primary for Queensbury at-large supervisor nominations. Mark Westcott and Douglas Beatty oppose the expansion, while Ron Montesi and Matthew Sokol support it. Rachel Seeber is undecided. Granville man is in jail and facing multiple charges after allegedly threatening to kill his girlfriend and discharging a rifle into the air. Police say it happened last night at 1196 County Route 24. Washington County Sheriff's Office received a report of shots fired. When officers arrived, neighbors were restraining 32-year-old Arthur Hansen in the yard. According to police, Hansen got into an argument with his girlfriend and son about the family dog and threatened to kill them and allegedly discharged his firearm into the air. Hansen was charged with 1 count of illegally discharging a firearm within 500 feet of a dwelling, 1 count of first-degree reckless endangerment. He is at Washington County Jail and is scheduled to return to the town of Granville Court on November 10th. In other news, Governor Andrew Cuomo is urging residents not to be alarmed after a doctor who recently returned from West Africa has tested positive for Ebola. This is the first case of the deadly virus in New York and the 4th diagnosed in the United States. The doctor, identified as 33-year-old Craig Spencer, came from treating Ebola patients October 17th and developed a fever, nausea, pain, and fatigue yesterday. He is in isolation and being treated at New York's Bellevue Hospital, one of the 8 hospitals statewide that Governor Andrew Cuomo designed earlier this month as part of an Ebola preparedness plan. And still to come, Vet Help. Jesse Jackson sits down with a Saratoga mayor to talk about what she is doing to make sure that no vet in the county is left homeless. Plus, the worst states for women. We will let you know where New York stands. But first, if you see news happening, want to share a story idea, or join us for an interview, give us a call on the hotline 798-8000.